I'm constantly inspired by the geometry of nature, by the way that nature presents triangles and squares to our eyes. Mainly, it comes down to triangles. Once I have that picture, that geometry, I really need to present it the way that I see it. So I've gone to building my own frames, to building and presenting those pieces in their individual frame. So each frame is handcrafted, each frame goes with that piece. I travel into the backcountry. I look for places that everybody else has neglected. And when I'm in a place that everybody else is at, I look for a unique presentation. When I'm in those places where all the other photographers and all the other people are taking pictures, I tend to walk off to the edge, or I try to find a better place to take, or a different place to take that same picture. I'm looking for the unique. I'm looking for the not often seen. Early on in my career, I coined the phrase the Doyle Dark. I do that because I shoot dark scenes and try to add the drama into the light. And so, as most people think that the light defines the shadow, I, on the other side, think that the shadow actually defines the light. I think that light doesn't exist without the shadow. So I'm constantly looking for the shadows in our world as well, to help them define the things that we can see. When I first started to be a very serious photographer, I took a picture, and a mentor described it as Andrew Wyeth's dream. And it happened to be a house that set off in a very dreamy, mystical kind of setting. The fog was setting around it, and this was a very, very strong mentor of mine. And so I went back and started studying Wyeth, and Wyeth seems to be the biggest contributor to how I see a scene and to how I approach a scene. Very strong angles, very moody, very not ethereal necessarily, but maybe not mystical either, but maybe just more soft, a softer edge. So I've introduced my Doyle Dark theory into the Andrew Wyeth's soft and dreamy theory, and using those angles and using that geometry, I've kind of combined to make my own style. The final presentation that I bring to the gallery, especially here at Anticus, is a mixture of different materials. I print mainly on metal, but if the piece doesn't present itself well on metal, I might print it on wood. I may print it on canvas if I want a softer feel, and at some points I'll also print them on very high-end Hammermühle paper. So how you print and what you print on are a very key element to bringing a quality photograph to the public. I have been shown in the Smithsonian. I've been shown in the San Diego Museum of Natural History. I have an ongoing show in numerous government buildings in Nevada. Obviously, I'm shown extensively here at Anticus, which makes me really happy. I think that the collectors in general want to see, especially in my work, they want to see the natural world, but they also want to see the beauty that surrounds them. They want an oasis. They want a place to go that's away from the fray of the world that they just spent the day in. I think that they can look at one of my pieces and say, "Oh, thank God, this still exists." And if I can bring that to a collector, I'm a happy man.